Good morning. Happy Sabbath. I'd like to share a little bit with personal ministry with you guys. Okay, I can see better now. Now, I want to ask a question of you guys. You don't have to answer, but how many of you guys have been Seventh-day Adventists for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, 30? That's me, 30 and plus. Now, when I came to the church 30 years ago, I came in on my own, but they started teaching Daniel and Revelation seminars, and I learned under a former ministerial secretary of the Florida Conference. So he taught us how to go out and witness. You know, that's our job, is to soul win, if you want to call it, to go and witness to the people, to your neighbors, to your family, to your friends, to share Christ with them. But the problem is we've kind of lost our vision. We've kind of lost our goal. Our goal, as I heard a gentleman up there mentioning about, a lot of us want to go attain material things in this world. Okay, but we're here for a reason. We're here to witness to people, to share Christ with them. And each one of us, we are a minister of our own little area, of our own life. So we have a responsibility to them and to God. And so what are we doing for that? What are we doing to share Christ with people? I remember when I came into the church, the running, if you want to call it the running comment, is you can tell Seventh-day Adventists from everyone else. They dressed differently. They acted differently. They ate differently. We didn't do the same things that the world did. Are we still that way today? Or have we been witnessed to and we've become like the world? So when we're witnessing, what are we witnessing to? And what are we giving them? Or are they giving us that which we don't need? So we have to look at that. Another question I want to ask you guys before you answer, think about it. How many, before you raise your hand, how many people here are Adventists? Before you raise your hand, think about the question now. Are you Adventist or are you a Seventh-day Adventist? That's the key. What makes us different than the world? So we have a message to give to people. And there is we've been given a outline, if you want to call it, a sure guaranteed success in soul winning. Only if we follow that in our personal ministry, in the church ministry also. We have a plan, and we have an outline, and God made it perfectly clear how to do this. But are we doing that, or have we decided to do our own way? Have we decided we're going to improve on God? I met this woman in my ministry when I was soul winning and I used to teach soul winning classes in Illinois. And I met this one woman, and she told me, she goes, this is what she said to me. She said, I'm so beautiful. God has blessed me with this beauty. She goes, but I do plastic surgery to enhance the beauty that God has given me. So can we improve on what God has given? So does God have a sure plan for us to have success in soul winning? Okay, does he? Yes, and I'll share that with you. But we want to improve on God. Can we do that? Can we improve on God? Or should we follow God's plan? And if we follow God's plan, we'll have a 100% success rate. No matter what happens, God is in control. But I want to share a statement from the Spirit of Prophecy. It's in Early Writings on page 63. I want you guys to hear this. I might be speaking fast, but I don't know how much time I have, so I want to hurry up and get it done, so I don't want to miss anything. Here's one comment that says, there are many precious truths contained in the Word of God, but it is present truth that the flock needs now. I have seen the dangers of the messengers running off from the important points of present truth to dwell upon subjects that are not calculated to unite the flock and sanctify the soul. Satan will here take every possible advantage to injure the cause. But such subjects as the sanctuary in connection with the 2300 days, the commandments of God, and the faith of Jesus are perfectly calculated to explain the past Advent movement and how some of our present positions are, and establish a faith of the doubting and give certainty to the glorious future. These I have frequently seen were the principal subjects on which the messengers should dwell on. Now right there it says present truth. What do we need? We need to dwell on what? The sanctuary, the 2300 days, and all that covers what? The three angels' message, that this is what we are and who we are. Okay, we have a message to the world, to the dying world, the everlasting gospel. That is the three angels' message. And a comment I heard, too, when I first came into the church, I went to a conference camp meeting here in Florida. I heard a minister say one time that I got into health, so of course, the medical missionary work is part of the three angels' message. It's the right arm of the three angels' message, the third angel, I'm sorry. So this gentleman said, well, if the right arm offends you, just cut it off. I mean, can you imagine that? Is that what we've done so far as a church? Not us, but as a church as a whole. Have we severed our right arm, which is a health message? Are we not dying the same diseases as the world? So what do we have to offer the world? What do we have? What message are we offering? Are we offering the present truth that we need to hear about the three angels' message and the love that God has for us, for a perishing world? And we know in Revelation 14, and this is some of the things we need to teach when we're sharing in our personal ministry. We need to share with people the message we have. Okay? They're in a dying condition. Okay? And if we have something that can save them, should we not share it with them? Or are we going to put our light under a bushel and hide it because we're afraid to offend? Okay, God's truth automatically offends because it's not a popular message. The world doesn't want to hear it. I wasn't raised a Seventh-day Adventist, so I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear this message. I was enjoying my life. But God came to me. Thank God he did. He came to me, not a minister, but he came to me and brought me to the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The true message. Okay, we have a message to give. Some may not be given it, but we need to give it. God has given us a message, and we need to give it. And now, of course, we have the couple of statements in the Bible. Revelation 14:12. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and have the faith of Jesus. If you go to Revelation 19:10, it says the faith of Jesus is what? The spirit of prophecy. Now, I know a lot of people get offended when you hear about the spirit of prophecy because they want to condemn Ellen White, and we believe in the Bible and the Bible only. But when the Bible made that comment, it just wasn't the spirit of prophecy, Ellen White. It's all the prophets in the Bible. All the prophets. Okay? We just can't accept Moses and not this one, or not accept Moses and accept that one. We don't have that type of religion. We accept it all. We don't accept any. I mean, like if you're a Roman Catholic, why are you a Roman Catholic? Do you not believe in the Pope? Do you not believe in Mary and things like that? If you don't believe in that, then why are you a Roman Catholic? Why are you a Baptist? Why are you a Seventh-day Adventist? We have a message to give. Okay, we're supposed to believe in these certain things that we have. And we are afraid of them? It's not Ellen White. It's the message God gave her. It's not her. He would have picked someone else. What is it, William Foy or Haven Moss? Those two guys also, if I might say, they rejected God's message, but he picked them also. Would we have a problem with them? Is it because of what Ellen White said, or is it because she's a woman? Or is it the message? What is it? When we reject not her, but the message she has, that message came from God to save us and tell us what our job is for the fallen world. Now, when you go over to, as I was telling you about the perfect plan of soul winning, if I might use the word, it's in Ministry of Healing, page 143. All right, I want to read this quote to you, and then I'm going to share with you quickly about how I taught it in Illinois. It says in Ministry of Healing, page 143, the world needs today what it needed 1900 years ago, a revelation of Jesus Christ. A great work in reform is demanded. It is only through the grace of Christ that the work of restoration, mental and spiritual, can be accomplished. Now listen to this statement. Christ's method alone will give true success in reaching the people. Now, I didn't say, and I see him over there, so I'm going to pick on him. I didn't say Dr. Sebastian's true method, right? Or mine, or anyone else's, or the conference, or this person, or the Baptist, or anything. It said what? Christ's method alone. Okay? True success. Don't we want to have true success? In soul winning? In personal ministry? Yes, we do. So I broke this couple of sentences down, and I taught this acronym. It's called the 5 M's of soul winning. Okay, and here's the thing that we really, I think the biggest thing we lose in soul winning is we want to give the people what we think they need. That's not true soul winning. You reach the people because you want to find out their need. Yeah, we understand they need Christ, but you might go to their house, they might need food. They might need their lawn cut. They might need something else, might need to be taken to the store. That's part of soul winning. That's our job as Christians, Seventh-day Adventist Christians, is to find out what their need is and try to help them with that need. And when you do that, we're told in the spirit of prophecy, when you help them with their need, whether it's physical or spiritual, they'll be willing to hear you. And that's why health reform is so important, because we're told it's an entering wedge to soul winning. When you go help them with their illness, I guarantee they'll listen to what you have to say spiritually. I've seen it done. I've been a part of it. I've seen it happen. So that's why we're told every minister of Christ needs to know about the simple herbs of the field, understand them. And this is why I've been into the naturopathic medicine work for almost 30 years now, because of that. And the 5 M's that I teach, the first one, and it's in this chapter, Ministry of Healing, page 143, it says, the first one is mingle, okay? That's the first M. You need to mingle as Christ mingled with the people to find out who they are. You mingle with them, not in their sin, but you mingle with them, be around them, okay? The next one is manifest. You want to manifest sympathy. You want to show to them you actually care for them. Not a fake type of sympathy, but truly heartfelt sympathy for them, because they, in that position, they might be a person who's in a lost condition who doesn't know Christ. So we need to share with them, okay? Then the next one is to minister. Find out their needs. Minister to their needs, okay? The next one, I call it magnetize, meaning win their confidence, okay? When you do these things in order and you show them you have their best interests at heart, you're going to draw them closer to you. Okay, they'll want to hear what you have to say. And the last one in that chapter, she said me, meaning follow Christ, but that M is me, meaning, like I said, you tell them to follow Christ. You show them that you are concerned about their well-being, you want to help them, you're truly out for their own good. They'll want to hear what you have to say, and then they'll follow you, meaning they'll listen to what you have to say, and they'll come to church. So we need to do our part. If we do our part, God will do the rest. Is that not true? Do you remember when Jesus was in the temple when he was 12 years old, I guess it was, when his parents wanted to know where he was? And what did he say to his parents? I was about my Father's business, right? Now, what are we doing for our Father? Look, if we're not witnessing for Christ, who are we witnessing for? Think about it. Can people see Christ in you? Can they see a difference in you? Or are we just like the world? Our personal ministry, we don't necessarily have to try to witness. We witness every day. Every day we witness. So what are we doing for Christ? Whether you stop and change someone's tire because they had a flat tire, or you say hello to someone that might be down that day. They might be thinking about committing suicide that day. What are we doing as a personal ministry? Are we inviting people to church? Or we are afraid to tell them that we're Seventh-day Adventists? We have a huge church here. We have enough room. I'm sure if it got too big, the pastor would probably have a second service if he had to. You'd love to have that, wouldn't you, Pastor? So why not let's get a second service here. Let's get more people in the church. But it's our part. We need to go. The pastor can only witness to so many people. We have a job to do. We need to go out and do our job. If we love Christ, let's share it with people. And I want to thank you very much for your time, and God bless, and happy Sabbath, and Maranatha.